Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot reading for the week ahead whenever you're finding it. If you're watching along as I post because you're subscribed, this would be for the week of May 27th to June 2nd, 2024. We're going to get 6 cards this week, 2 rows of 3 from the Guiding Light Tarot. So let's dive into it. First card out for you is the Knight of Cups in reverse, Aquarius. I think you are... Well, there's 2 things happening here. Number 1, you're recognizing how in the past you may have been in this stage where you really were exploring and you didn't realize it at the time. Like, you were exploring different connections with different people. Like, you may have been really open to meeting new people, like sort of in that era of like being a hoe. To find yourself, for some of you. And this doesn't even have to relate just to like sex and romance, by the way, so keep an open mind here and see how this resonates with you in your life. It was like you were just experimenting, doing different things. This can even apply in the job place, like hopping job to job, just different environments, etc., trying to like find yourself and have multiple experiences, okay? And I feel like that part of you is sort of getting a little bit tired and you're ready for a more like settled phase in your life, like with someone who you can really have a deep, like intertwined personal connection with, wanting to fall in love again, experience love again, like, and by love I mean like a relationship where you can like spend every day together if you want to, and like do the boring things like run errands together, go grocery shopping together, you know, all of that. But also when it comes to other areas of your life, like you're wanting just more stability, more long-term success, like a good long-term foundation there. And so I feel like you're sort of trying to put to rest these old, more wild ways that you've been operating. And likewise, in the past, you may have attracted a lot of people who were like this Knight of Cups in reverse, where they were all excited about the prospect of like fresh romance, you know, the honeymoon phase, but they didn't really have much to offer beyond that. You know, they were just trying to keep you on their line, keep you around, but not necessarily offer you all of the things that go into a beautiful long-term relationship or career or whatever it may have been. And as this version of you sort of is being put to rest once again, you're also no longer attracting people who resonate with that feeling, you know? And I think this is going to be a big energy shift for you, and it's going to even affect the people, the types of people that you attract to yourself, because you're genuinely in this new space now of just wanting to settle a little bit, like settle down. I mean, not settle as in like, you know, settle for something less than what you deserve, but you get what I'm saying. We have the 9 of Wands coming out. Beautiful. Let's keep shuffling. 9 of Wands shows protecting yourself. And I think you've had one too many experiences of douchebaggery in your past, you know, being hurt in the past by friends or lovers or employers, whatever it may have been, and you're not going back there. Like, you refuse to go back to that place, but you're trying to keep an open mind and open heart to the right people coming in, and I feel like it's safe for you. It's okay for you to take your time in figuring this out, in dating and in love. And oh my gosh, as I'm saying this, you'll never guess what card just came out. 2 of Cups. Love. A couple. Being in a couple, falling in love, deciding, you know what, we're going to be committed. Like, let's just be together. Why not? Like, screw it. Let's be together. Let's be committed. Wow. It feels so refreshing, too, because for so many of you, you've just been exposed to so many types of people who were very non-committal, very emotionally avoidant. So it's going to be such a beautiful, fulfilling energy to connect with someone who is wanting to connect with you and equally connected to you. I dropped a card. I've been dropping cards all the time recently. Fourth card out, we have the Ten of Cups in reverse. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, this Ten of Cups is here. Like, this is the potential for long-term happiness and fulfillment. It's coming out underneath that Knight of Cups in reverse energy, though. So it's like, are you truly willing to settle down? Are you truly willing to be committed to making this work? Be committed to yourself and your own dreams, your own goals, but also committed to the people who want this to work. You know, are you ready for this? There is going to be some things that pop up that are from your past that may be triggering for you, and that's totally normal. For a lot of you, Aquarius, I feel like new love has entered. And with that, you know, there may be some old fears, old wounds that you need to talk about with this person. For example, they may not, like, let's just say they don't text back super frequently, and that triggers like this wound within you of like fearing that they're not interested, fearing that they're going to abandon you, and you talk to them about that. And is it the easiest conversation to initiate? No, because you aren't at that level of complete comfortability and trust with each other yet. So you're like, oh, well, what if they judge me? How are they going to react when I say this? They're going to react fine. And these are the things you need to talk about in order to get your needs met, in order to meet their needs. Like, you need to talk about the ways in which you like and need to be loved in relationships. So I am seeing those types of conversations coming through here for a lot of you. I think for the more highly evolved Gemini, love is definitely in the picture this week, and you're having these sort of conversations that create more intimacy, depth, and closeness. For the more lowly evolved Geminis this week, I feel like they are strongly desiring a deep committed relationship, a deep committed connection, but they may be using this Knight of Cups reverse energy as a mask. And this is like constantly choosing the honeymoon phase over a real genuine connection. This is, you know, not settling down and just focusing on one person after the other. The more lower evolved Geminis may be going through that this week and not understanding, like, why am I not happy? Why do I feel lonely? And it's like the reason you feel lonely is because you have hundreds of people in your life who are all very surface level, short connections, but you are lacking those long-term people who really you can trust and who you're intimate with. And I feel like this week can be a wake-up call for a lot of Gemini folk, a transition going from like being so all over the place, not settling down, constantly keeping yourself busy with different people, different projects, and allowing yourself to sort of create a deeper sense of loneliness in the process. And you're transitioning into one who is ready for long-term happiness and success. A lot of Gemini folk are going to be deciding this week or like in the next month that, you know what, like, I want to get married, I want to live with someone, I want to have a family, settle down, etc. I feel like a lot of Gemini folk are waking up to that desire within themselves. Not all, okay, a lot of Gemini want that very deep down within, but on the surface they are saying, no, like, I love the bachelor life, I love the bachelorette life, and I don't want to settle, blah, 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 blah. And that's fine. You know, that's their own prerogative, and they just need to spend more time in that energy. But this is a great week for love. I feel like your love life is on fire the next couple of months if you want it to be. But there's certainly going to be like internal issues that come up. And in fact, we have the Five of Wands in reverse, which does show not seeing eye to eye on everything. How do we handle conflict? That's going to be a big question here, like, because I feel like in the past you did not handle conflict well with certain people you were close with. And it doesn't have to be your fault. It could also be the other person you were with who was like really bad at handling conflict and turned into like an argument every time, and you're deeply afraid of that happening again, but with someone you really see a future with, because you're just like running out of the capacity to experience heartbreak. You know, it's like you're at the end of your rope with heartbreak. You just want your long-term happiness here. And then your final card, we actually had two cards come out, the Nine of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm seeing an equal give and take here, but yeah, there's a lot of anxiety. A lot of you suffer from relationship anxiety or intimacy anxiety, where you're getting closer with someone and you're experiencing more anxiety because you are afraid of heartbreak. Like, you don't think you can handle heartbreak again, because for a lot of you, you may have had heartbreak over and over and over again, connecting with these douche canoes who like led you on, or like, I don't know, just didn't want to settle down, even though they said they wanted to settle down, whatever. And it's like your capacity to handle more heartbreak, you feel like you're at like the end of your rope. You just want that future. You just want this happiness. Not just with romance, but with anything. Like you just want a career that you can stay at and like be really happy with and have grow. Like you just want that. You just want like a good amount of money. You just want like great friends who aren't going to stab you in the back. It's not too much to ask for. And Gemini, I feel very confident in saying that your era of trauma is closing, for a lot of you. You are going through this portal where you're leaving behind this old version of you that was very much in your Knight of Cups reverse energy and tolerating this, which is like not committing to one idea, not committing to one person, one thing. That is definitely a Gemini thing, wanting to have a taste of all things in life. Like, I feel like a lot of Geminis feel like you could live like 100 different lives and you still won't do everything that you want to do, like travel all the places you want to travel, learn the languages, the instruments, the skills you want to learn, be with the people you want to be with. And I feel like you almost needed a taste of a lot of different things in order to like find yourself in this lifetime. And you didn't consciously realize you were going through that journey of self-exploration. It was just something that you were doing. And I feel like you experienced a lot of the wrong people and things that definitely sculpted your idea of what you want, what you need. And you're getting to that point where it's like you're ready for something more stable, because you always will have excitement in your life just by being you. There's always going to be passion in your life just by like the ideas in your head, the things you want to do, etc. And that's not a problem. But I just feel so many Gemini folk going through this portal where you're shedding that old story and you're ready to embrace like family life, settling down, marriage, commitment, staying in one spot, that type of energy is emerging a lot more recently for you. But with this journey, as you enter into a committed relationship or a settled spot, once you start finding that normalcy, that strong foundation, and things are very routine, that is like the most healing space you could possibly have for yourself. And that is when some anxieties and some fears will start coming in. That is not a bad sign. That is not your sign to go back to Knight of Cups in reverse energy, okay? Because once you create that routine for yourself, your body finally feel safe enough to start processing some of the things that you might not have given yourself enough time to process in the past. And a lot of those things can be relationship oriented. Or like, for example, if you had a lot of trauma in relationships in the past and then you stayed single for a while to heal from that, and you feel like, oh, I'm healed now, you're not healed. Okay, there's going to be more healing that comes up in your next relationship. And when you open your heart back up, because you're going to have all those same familiar feelings of opening your heart back up, and it's going to be wrought with fear and anxieties from your past heartbreak, and you're going to have to work through that with your partner, and that's a totally normal and natural process, okay? So I see all of that for you this week. Take what resonates, leave anything that doesn't. Thank you for joining me. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this week ahead. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe to... I called you Gemini, didn't I? I called you Gemini. I said that was a very Gemini thing. Hold up. And this is a whole Aquarius reading. I am so sorry. I don't know why I said that. You might be very much in your Gemini energy. And also another thing is that it's Gemini season. So Gemini season is messing with you. Oh my gosh. It's totally playing into this. Wow, that is crazy. I literally accused you of being a Gemini. This is not Gemini's reading. This is Aquarius' reading 110%, okay? So let's just clarify that right off the bat. I don't know what that had never happened to me before. Wow. Some of you may be connecting with a Gemini. And others of you, it's just Gemini season because you're an air sign and Gemini is an air sign. And I always find that when you have strong placements, like say you're an air sign, when the sun or the moon or whatever sign that you have that is Aquarius, that Aquarius is in, when it's in a sister sign of that, it's a powerful season for you. So for example, if you're an Aquarius sun sign when the sun is in Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, it is a power season for you. Like, you will be having a lot of positive things happen to you, really big influence, you know, because the sun is shining in a positive aspect for you. So yeah, that was weird. I literally called you Gemini, was acting like you were a Gemini. Wow, you might be in your Gemini energy. You know, similar message came out for another sign. I forget which one it was, but I'm like, you're so Cancer right now. It wasn't Cancer though. It might have been like, it might have been Libra, where I was like, this feels like I'm doing a reading for a Cancer, but really it's Libra. So crazy, crazy stuff. Yeah, wow. All right. Thank you, Aquarius. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. If you want your own personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there and spiritual life coaching sessions there, so check it out. Bye-bye.